Thank you. Cascade Hoops Talk, bringing the world NAIA basketball one podcast at a time. Cascade Hoops Talk, this is Billy D. Well, it's Wednesday, December 20th. What a weekend and week of basketball. Some amazing basketball games over the last few days. Some big games today. We're going to talk about those. We're also going to have Steve Drabyn. He's the head men's basketball coach of the Bethel Pilots. They're 10-2, and he's going to talk about his pilot team. Tonight, I'm going to go down to Southern Oregon, down in Ashland, and Oregon Tech, Southern Oregon, one of the longest rivalries out here on the West, at least. This will be their 242nd meeting. They're only an hour apart. It's quite an intense rivalry. That gym will be packed. Both the men's and women's programs play tonight, and they're both very good programs. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just sorry you can't be there. It's going to be a wild night at NAIA basketball. There is nothing better than a small NAIA gym packed to the rafters, and that's what's going to happen tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I hope you're going to find some basketball to go to. But let's get to our games last night and talk some NAIA basketball. Grace, Cornerstone came to town. Cornerstone is a very well coached. A lot of history there at Cornerstone. Grace beat them pretty bad, 99-68. Grace goes to 12-0. Yesterday, Elijah Malone, 24.7 rebounds. And then Ian Scott, kind of a lancer you don't hear too much about. A lot of talk about the Gibbs brothers, Elijah Malone, Jake Wadding. But Ian Scott, super athletic guy. If you haven't had a chance to watch him, tune in and watch Ian Scott. Grace goes to 12-0, and they're going to play Alice Lloyd after Christmas on December 30th. Number 2, Langston. Well, everybody knows about this game. They play Louisiana State, LSU Shreveport. They're at Texas Wesleyan in Fort Worth. What a beautiful facility Texas Wesleyan had. And then thank you to the Antler Sports Network for carrying that game. Langston was able to win this game 71-59. As you already know, I'm sure it went to overtime. It was odd because Langston had a hard time in the second half hitting their free throws. But in the overtime, they made one field goal and scored 15 points. The rest were at the line. They ended up winning 71-59. For Langston, Cortez Mosley, double-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds before he fouled out. And then J. Allen Tovar, 12 points, 12 rebounds, double-double. Both these guys had great games. Big win for Langston. They go to 11-0, and they'll play on January 4th at Mid-America Christian. And, of course, that game pushes number 4, LSU Shreveport, to 9-1. And they'll play an exhibition against North Texas on December 30th. And it looks like they're back in Red River play on January 4th. Montana Tech, they fell today to Antelope Valley, pushes them to 8-3. Antelope Valley is in the Cal Pac. In California, down in California, there's really two conferences, the GSAC, which everybody hears about, and then the Cal Pac. Antelope Valley is in the Cal Pac. They're athletic. They're always physical. They're really, honestly, a tough team to play, and they beat Montana Tech today, 83-78. Michael Hayes, 24 points, 13 rebounds. Christian Taylor, 13 points, 11 rebounds, couple double-doubles there. Montana Tech goes to 8-3, and they're going to play Lakeland College on December 28th. Northwestern, a late game last night. They beat Vanguard. Vanguard is dangerous. We talked about them before. You know, they have definitely knocked off some people, but Northwestern beat them. Northwestern controlled the second half. They beat them 86-73. Northwestern goes to 11-1. Last night, Zach LaFave, 22 points, 10 rebound, double-double. Dylan Carlson, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Trying to remember, I think Northwestern out-rebounded them like 46-24 or 40 to anyway. They out rebounded them by quite a bit, and they had to because I think Northwestern had 21 turnovers, but they were able to survive that. Pretty much won this game on the boards, but it's not going to get any easier for Northwestern because tonight they have to go to Hope, and that is another really hard place to play. So we'll see how Northwestern does on the rest of this California trip. Hey, we talked to Steve Drabyn, head men's basketball coach, Bethel Pilots. They're 10-2. As you know, they play in the Crossroads. And Coach Drabyn has a very good team this year. Let's listen. Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Hey, I got Steve Drabyn on the phone. He's the head men's basketball coach, Bethel Pilots. Welcome, Steve. Thanks for being on.
Hey, it's good to be with you, Billy D.
So you're 10-2 now. The only two games you lost two to top 25 teams. One of them was Grace, which that's definitely not going to hurt you in the ratings. Your team seems to be getting better and better. You got Hilliard back, and the young man McBride from Norwood. He's really coming on. Just talk about where you believe the team is right now.
Yeah, first off, it was Indiana Wesleyan, not Grace. Hadn't played Grace yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
That's all good. At Indiana Wesleyan and then at Oregon Tech, the game that you were at. Two good teams that are playing really well and obviously tough environments. I thought that Oregon Tech environment was as good of an environment as I've been a part of, at any of the stops that I've been. But you mentioned our team. We're continuing to get better and improve. And a lot of new guys, so it's taken us some time to figure some things out. And we played at Cumberland yesterday morning, kind of an interesting game, 11 a.m., and believe it or not, it was a lot louder than Oregon Tech. We had 1,000 elementary age kids in the gym. And they did a great job with it. It was a middle of the day game, weekday game on Monday over break. And they packed 1,000 elementary age kids in there. And man, they were loud. And it was hard to hear me at timeouts. And it was, kind of a weird environment, but really cool for our guys. And they got out to an early lead, and our guys handled it well. I thought our maturity and experience showed, and we're starting to understand who we are, our identity. I think of that early Oregon Tech game. We didn't really know who we were. Oregon Tech, an experienced team, did. But right now we're a lot more of understanding of who we are and who we can be. And obviously getting Clay Hilliard back. We still got Al Petulus out.
Yeah.
But we're going to get him back here in the next couple of weeks. And we got good balance, good depth. Can play inside, can play out. Got an All-American point guard in Drew Lutz. And guys are playing with a ton of confidence right now, and I think we're only getting better.
Drew Lutz he's amazing. He everybody knows he can shoot the three, but more importantly, he's so quick, and he just breaks down whatever defense they have because he, kind of, I call it darting between the trees, and then he does that. He gets chased around a little bit, and then somebody's wide open. He's so valuable. Just talk about Drew Lutz, what he means to your team.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Just obviously a great talent basketball-wise, and it's been good for him this year. We've got a few more weapons, especially in the inside with James Anderson and Preston Phillips and Nathan Ertz and Ikume off the bench. We'll get Al Petulus back, so we've got good size. And not having Clay Hilliard, a lot of teams would just pack the paint and just make it tough for us to score inside. We're shooting plus 60% from two on the year. And so it was kind of challenging for him early on. Now getting Clay back, and then Luke McBride, a freshman, is playing better and better. We're starting to shoot the three better and more consistent. We made 9 threes yesterday. We only averaged 6. And with Clay back, he's going to make 3 or 4 a game or more. And so now, gosh, you got to it opens up the floor a little bit. And so things are they're becoming easier for Drew, believe it or not.
Yeah.
A lot of the shots that, he scored it well last year, but they were all very challenging. This year, it's just the weapons we have around him. It's just opening up the game for him and just making it easier. So it's been, I think he's enjoyed it a lot more this year.
Well, I was going to comment on what you just said, that, you've all season long, you've had good size. That's been a real advantage of yours. But with the addition with Hilliard back and then McBride out of Norwood, the freshman, he really had a breakout game at Governor State. If you got those, I just think you're so much more dangerous with those multiple weapons, and also you can get Drew off the court for a few minutes.
Yeah, for sure. It's been good. We're playing Drew less minutes this year, which is good. We're able to spell him with point guards and Trent Edwards and Luke McBride. And even when he's in the game, we're getting Drew off the ball more, which saves his legs, and he's more fresh throughout the game. And And honestly, I think he's more productive off the ball, just more efficient, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Just he's moving well without the ball. Guys are playing off of him. If Drew sets good screens, he's going to get other guys open because obviously he's being guarded tightly. So we've utilized him that way. So yeah, it's just I think we just have more balance, more depth, and we can win it. Tight, grind it out. Half court games we can win in games where we're scoring. Yesterday we scored 101, and it's a more fast paced game. So we can beat you in different ways, which is nice as a coach.
You touched on your big guys, but I really think Anderson, Phillips, and Nathan Ertz kind of anchoring the inside for you. Phillips is very mobile. Anderson is just big, and Nathan Ertz is a very smart basketball player. Just talk about your inside guys.
Yeah. Oh, they've been great. They're just, getting better and better. Yesterday, James Anderson and Preston Phillips combined 18 for 19 from 2. Pretty good percentage.
Hey, what happened to number 19?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, we got to work on that. Got to put them on the line or something. Unacceptable. But we're working a lot in practice just on footwork and post scores, and our guys are doing a good job feeding the post much better than we did early on. And so we're getting it to them more. And again, with the outside shooting that we have now with Clay and Luke and Drew, it's opening up the game for them inside. And then when teams focus on them inside, then now comes the outside game. So just pick your poison. And James didn't play all last year, and so this is his first year coming back, and so as the year's gone on, he's just felt more and more comfortable. He's in better and better shape, and guys have more confidence in him. Then Preston as well. He's picking his spots better. We're running more stuff for him. And it's been fun as a coach just to see those guys progress. And then obviously Nathan Ertz, we don't need to run much for him because he's going to find ways to bring value, whether it's scoring or passing or rebounding.
Yeah, you're going into your Christmas break now. You're 10-2 coming out of that. You got a pretty tough stretch there. You got IU East coming up to Mishawaka, and I don't care what the record is. I mean, IU East is going to bring it. And then you step right into Crossroads play, going over to Fort Wayne, taking on St. Francis. Then Mount Vernon's coming to town. They're playing really well. And then you got to play Marion. Just talk, what is it going to take? You're at 10-2. What is it going to take for you guys to keep building on this momentum and make some noise there in the Crossroads?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've talked as a staff, we're 6 points away from being 12-0. At Oregon Tech and at Indiana Wesleyan, games that we, I thought we could have played better. But yeah, you look at it one game at a time. IU East is the next one on the schedule. And, they got us last year at their place. They played exceptional there. Their freshman point guard last year, now he's a sophomore, played phenomenal. And then Cole Meyer, went nuts on us.
Yeah.
So yeah, got them coming to town. So got to focus on them. Then obviously you got at St. Francis, which Coach Lacrosse has been there for many years and had a lot of success. And they're gonna bring it. They came to our place last year into the year, and we had a lot to play for. And they knocked us off. So anybody could beat anybody in our league. So it's important for our guys to just take it one step at a time, and focus on us and who we are, and just one day at a time.
Well, you don't play Grace until January 13th. I tried to get you through that game early. I'm sorry I misstated that early on.
All
but
good. All good.
You're really after the first. Your fans need to get out to that IU East game. Don't look at the fans. Bethel fans, don't look at the record of IU East and think it's not going to be a good game. They are a very good team, and that's a program with a long history, and that'll be entertaining.
Absolutely, we're going to try to push that game, try to get some our fans there. And I think, I'm going to send out some emails to our former players and host family people and people in the community and try to get them out. And hopefully we can, just with students off campus. But yes, it would be a good game. Coach Hester's done a great job there. They've got some guys that can play, and they'll be a big challenge for us for sure. We're going to have to be ready.
They've got some big wins. They beat, who was it? Kokomo. They was a big surprise. They beat them, so they're really tough. So, Coach Drabyn, I want to wish you and the entire Bethel family a Merry Christmas as you go into this holiday, and I want to wish you luck when you start the new year here. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you, Billy D. Thanks for keeping in touch with me. I appreciate that text after the Georgetown win, and just all you do for NAIA basketball. Well, thanks a lot. That's Steve Drabyn. He's the head men's basketball coach, Bethel Pilots. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Billy D.
Hey, thank you so much to Steve Drabyn for giving me that time. Thanks to Bethel University. Again, if you're anywhere in that area up there around Mishawaka, South Bend area, get down to that IU East game. Coach Hester's going to bring, I'm telling you, don't look at the record. IU East is much better than that record. So anyway, thank you, Coach Drabyn. Okay, so a couple other games real quick. Morningside went to St. Thomas. This was kind of a grinded out game. Morningside, they kind of executed St. Thomas down the stretch. It looked like St. Thomas was a little bit more athletic, but Morningside really executed down the stretch. They won this game 87-82. Joey Scoff, 31 points, 3 rebounds. Eli Doble, 14 points, 3 assists. 31 points, 3 rebounds. Man, Joey Scoff had a night. So Morningside is 9-2. Tonight they're going to play Florida Memorial as they continue that Florida trip. That's going to be a great game as well. Olivet Nazarene. Well, last night they fell in 2 overtimes to Concordia, Nebraska. So tonight another GPAC team they had to face over there. It's brutal work. They had to play in Hilo, Hawaii. I call it the Rumble in Paradise. But tonight, Olivet Nazarene beat Hastings 85-75. Good win for Olivet Nazarene. Hastings is a very good team. I think they're still leading the GPAC right now. Olivet Nazarene goes to 9-3. Landon Fletaher, 15 points, 5 assists. And Sam Emick, 20 points, 7 rebounds. As I say, they're 9-3. And on January 3rd, they're going to play St. Francis. I believe that's back in Chicagoland play it after the first of the year. Couple other quick games. Well, they weren't quick games, but we'll touch on them quickly. Carroll and Mid-American Nazarene. These are two teams. Mid-American Nazarene had the huge win yesterday, and they really wanted to build on that. And Carroll's just been fighting for some respect all year, so they both really wanted it. It was a 1-point game. Anthony Brown from Mid-American Nazarene had a chance on a three-pointer at the end. It didn't hit. For Carroll, Andrew Cook, 21 points, 5 rebounds. Kendall Moore, 17 points, 6 steals. And Carroll comes out the winner in that game. Also in another game, not top 25, but 2 great teams. OUAZ nipped Providence. I've seen the Argos play. They're pretty good. McKay Bundy hit some free throws just over a minute to go. Those free throws held up and was the winning margin. OUAZ beat Providence. Bryce Fitzgerald had 17 points, 10 rebounds for the Spirit. Jacob Henry, 17 points, 4 assists. So those were a couple other big games today. As I said, I'll be down at Southern Oregon tonight. And look on the Twitter and on the YouTube. We'll be covering that game. Hopefully we'll get some player interviews, maybe some coach interviews. I always enjoy doing the on-court interviews, so watch for that. Anyway, this is Billy D. I'm really not sure if I'll do another show before Christmas, but I just want to tell everybody Merry Christmas and spend time with your family. That's what I'm going to do. I got both my boys coming. It's a long time since both of them been here at the same time. So we're really looking forward to that. And Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll talk to you before the new year and after Christmas. Thank you. This is Billy D. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.